Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So there's lots to do with regards to our track building over here, but I thought I'd do a little bit of a recap in terms of where we are with this storyline. So our republic started off as this little fishing town here of Cornoe Harbor, where we had a little fishing village that slowly started to see a little bit more tourist influence, right? Tourists were starting to come into this area, which is, if I think about it, I can't see our tourist vessel at all. Oh, there it comes. Okay, interesting. So we started seeing some NATO tourists coming our way, started to influence the region, and the neighbors really weren't happy with us getting kind of increasingly getting out of the fold of the of kind of the largest Soviet neighborhood. So they kind of embraced us a little bit, helped us on our journey to industrialize, gave us some technology, and told us that there's plenty for us to do in aid of the motherland. And so we did that. So we shied away a little bit from the tourist stuff, and we started to industrialize, and that's where we are. We are now in a stable position where we're starting to see the benefits of industrialization. We've got a healthy economy, and we are trading with our neighbors, giving us all the benefits of industrialization. So we've had a bit of a taste of it, and now we want to really expand and evolve our industrialization to the benefits of the motherland. So we, in doing that, we need to expand. So that's why we've got our construction industry that's going to really step up a notch so that we can cultivate the rest of this area. So we're still kind of in this little corner, the starting area, Cornoe and across the bay of Potomac over here. But it's still a very basic piece, and we're only just scratching the surface of industrialization with this. There's still plenty for us to do through the middle part here before we reach all of our ultimately planned destinations of maybe a tourism hotspot for our Soviet neighbors as well. And everything that comes with it. But yeah, there's a lot for us to still do in this area, and so we need to expand a little bit more rapidly. We can also see that obviously we've got the healthy economy over here, but we've got population is still pretty small. So we would like to expand that a little bit. If we go full tilt on just steel mills and the associated mechanical components over here, plus some power and the likes, this is going to take at least 2,000, maybe 3,000 workers and shifts to run this. And similarly, this will take a little bit of workers as well. And if we're going to go and do our own waste management and things like that, that's going to take some workers too. So there's still plenty of expansion that we need to do over here. But of course, we need to be careful. We are only producing so much food at the moment, and we are out, right? We're out of food. We're not exporting any food. We can do a little bit more, though. So maybe electrification and bringing in bigger trains with crops is something we need to do in the event we want to expand this a little bit. We don't have a lot of workers in this area, so we do need to bear that in mind. But I can channel workers from over here to this clothing and food production area once we run a worker train into this area. So those are some of the things that we're going to be contemplating in this episode, while of course we're actively trying to get our rail bits and pieces constructed. This is this is all done. And of course we want to get this into operation so that we can have backups of all of those things. Where is this? Let's just keep an eye. Oh my. Okay, but at least here we're getting we're getting the trucks are arriving to try and defend it. And that was a pretty good one, actually. That's very good. So these guys respond pretty quickly to fires if they're in range, and we've been doing a pretty good job of managing that and making sure we've got a lot of them in the range. This is still filling up, so one of the key things we need to do is get this all set up so we can actually implement a garbage train or a trash train to take the trash to the border. We won't be too far off of that, so that's pretty cool. Let's have a quick look what is currently being built. I get the feeling we're not at all as productive as we probably should be in this area. So that is still to be done. And of course, I guess we need to start working on some of these other bits and pieces as well. We could also build track from the other side, or do we just do it from the one side? Let's just do that from the one side to start with. Have we electrified all of this? I guess not really. We still do need to do a little bit of electrification here. Oh, that one ran through quite nicely. Yes, so we'll electrify there. And we'll electrify there. And what we'll do is we'll definitely set those up for electrification. Good stuff. We want to make sure all of this this construction is good and well. Yeah, so we did run out of iron, so the one train is not quite good enough to keep it going, but I think we're in a reasonable position. I think we did buy a train set, so we can start running these guys, but we just want to be a little bit more cautious around what we're doing with this, because ultimately, oh goodness, let's help that guy along. Ultimately, we want to make sure everything keeps running. We don't want the passenger train to be stuck in some of this construction area. But I think we're pretty clear on it now. We just need to make sure we've got reasonable signaling here. And I guess ultimately this is going to be one set of signals to go through this area. So when this is nice and busy, we will get stuck in this area until we clear some of this. So I guess maybe once we get in here a little bit more and we can get some signals to block off these areas, it's probably about right. So let's get ourselves a mixed signal over there. Okay, so that kind of clears through this area. We did implement a signal in that spot. And I guess what we want to do is implement some mixed signals in this general area also, so that we can clear some of this stuff out. This is done already, so we may as well do a little bit of this so that we kind of disconnect that from this area. So I think that should be pretty reasonable. I thought we had this thing. Oh, anyway, section of it has been built. What we should definitely do is build that final segment there. So let's grab this guy again. We still have plenty of pieces that's under construction. Ooh, don't go too far. So what we definitely want to do is we want to grab this so that they can get in here and start building these sections as well. But this has all been done. So I guess electrification is the next piece of the puzzle over here. These have all been done, so I guess what we can make a start on is all of this stuff. So let's continue construction over there. We will continue construction over here. We will continue in that one. And we will continue construction there. And we will continue construction over here. This one is not actually having a road connection. Oh, that one doesn't have a road connection either. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. That's a problem. That is a problem. Can we not do maybe a little something here that's going to squeeze it in? If we switch off the snapping, if we do that, can we really not achieve anything? Okay, I did not quite keep that in mind. So let's have a look. Can we get out of here at all? Something like that. Could that be? Oh, yeah, there we go. That's going to work. That is going to work. We're going to leave it there. What we'll do with this guy is we'll tie it in over there. We'll get that done. I guess we need to do this also over here, right? And just make sure that we're getting these things assigned. That is built. That is built. So the rest of this can quite comfortably start the construction process. Let's assign some road building to these areas so we can get those sections built. And then we would like to assign some construction crews to come and start building all of these other items over here. Let's just make sure everybody is being assigned to it so that we can get moving on those items. So that's pretty cool. While we're obviously still continuing along with the track builder, and of course we can ignore the red signal here, which is why. Yeah, I guess what we want to do is get rid of this one. Let's get past there. I think if we were to get rid of this one, and we don't want it to get stuck somewhere. That's the key issue for us. No getting stuck. Getting stuck is a problem. So no getting stuck. Okay, so that guy is no longer necessary. So let's leave that one out. So we'll keep this as part of the bigger mix of stuff. Where are the track builders that's supposed to be working over here? They can be a little bit problematic, you know? We need to keep an eye on them. Okay, what's happening with all of this? And one of the things that I've realized for this area, there's still no power and no water. So power, I think we'll pretty comfortably be able to run power across here. And then the question is really, where are we going to run it? Are we going to try and run power down this section here? This is a bit of a hill, though. So I guess that's maybe not ideal for power. Alternatively, we could run power through here. I think power through here is actually quite reasonable, though through all of this stuff might be an issue. The other thing that I've realized, and we may want to have a bit of a look at it at the moment. No, this is not a problem. Gravel is going to be here. We don't have rail collection for gravel. So where is our rail connections? It's all the way over here. And what is this? Oh, aggregate loading. It is a rail connection for gravel. Okay. So we're okay. I was just thinking, did we not have that? And what we would also want to do, of course, is we want a rail, a truck collection for gravel. So let's quickly plan that one. Truck aggregate loading. Truck aggregate unloading, truck aggregate loading. So that's that one. That's just the vanilla one there. And I guess that's a pretty reasonable spot for it. So we can have plenty of room for trucks to queue. What I did want to have a look at is if we say aggregate. So what these are train, right? This is truck aggregate loading. So let's throw a few of them in there. So we'll see if we've got something that's a little bit more train aggregate unloading, train. All good. So let's leave that there and let's have a look. Now that we've got these ones, this is 2 vehicles, this is 2. They're all 2 vehicles pretty much. Loading. So what does that look like? It's just a slightly more interesting variety of it, just so that there's a little bit of interest. And what I'm keen, we could also now make this work something like this instead. So if we wanted to have pretty direct access, I guess we won't really be doing too much of it. So it might just be here. So we could do it here, or we could do it like this and have a much longer piece of road. But I think it's maybe a little bit of overkill. So we could do something like that. Yeah, I like this. And we'll have it set up maybe something like that. Maybe just over here. There we go. And then we'll run the road down here so that there's at least that level of that. Ooh, a new roller. A new roller. I don't know if that roller is from Soviet markets. Today, your comrades from nearby very free people's republics introduce a new type of vehicle to the market, available now for purchase using rubles. Okay, so it is actually a ruble purchase. That's good. I don't think I've used that one, but that's okay. So power to this area is important. I want to keep an eye on what we're doing with track building because I'm a little worried. We have, oh no, here comes a track builder. I'm always worried we're getting stuff stuck. Still have food coming in, being used fairly quickly. These guys are running through reasonable pace here. How many projects do we have running? We've got 4 projects running, so we have 4 track builders, I believe, right? Yeah, so everybody should be going. We've got missing gravel. Nice. So gravel is being delivered in this area. Let's quickly see. This guy is bringing in the gravel. So road. So this guy is Cornoe Harbor Materials. I just want to see how many dumpers do we have here. Got 2 dumpers bringing in gravel. Okay, so that's obviously a bit of an issue. Obviously a bit of an issue. Let's just find that area again ever so quickly. So this guy, stop it. Let's find this guy. Where is this facility? Oh, it's over here, is it? Okay. So, question. What are we doing in this area? I can continue the journey. So, what are we doing? We are Cornoe Harbor Rail Construction Offices. We're bringing in all of those items. Everything. We're bringing in all of that, and we're picking up gravel, and we're picking up everything else. So, I guess I'm going to move this guy out. We'll just move that guy over there. Oops. I want to get... No, sorry. My bad. And what I'll do is I'll buy an extra dumper. Give me a nice big dumper. Total capacity, please. Ooh, this is the guy for us. What is that? That is 14 tons, 17 tons, 25 tons, but way too slow. So this guy. We grab one of these guys, and he's going to bring in lots and lots of gravel for us. Okay. So hopefully that moves things a little smoother in that area. I think that's going to be just fine. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Clear out all of these messages. Keep the track building going. So gravel was our issue there. We are starting to see some of this stuff being built. Oh yeah. I love it. Let's make sure that our construction crews are assigned to doing all of these things. Oh yes, I need to continue construction on all of these items. So that one I will leave not constructed, and we will start to continue our construction on all of these. So we will get all of this built so that we can ultimately run these guys in. So that is good. This is looking pretty good. Let's grab our rail construction office and just make sure we continue to assign little slithers of things. That's okay. And at the same time, I just want to make sure we're doing that so that we can continue our journey in there. Ultimately, we want to build all of this track, and I would love to have it done by the end of this episode, though there's a lot to be done. So I don't know if it will actually happen, but hopefully we'll get there. Having a quick look at these items. It is coping. This is the one that I'm most worried about at this point in time. A lot of stuff being dumped here, and we're not necessarily getting that to market really quickly. So what I would like to do is let's high priority some of this so we can get this built so that we can electrify this, and so that we can ultimately, get moving on some of these things, like getting that train in place. I think, in a position to... Oh, this has been electrified. They do the electrification really quickly. So I guess we're in a position where we could now run this train, and it would work. There's enough room in there. So I guess let's just have a quick look at what we've got here. We pick up these people pretty quickly to go in the other direction. So I guess the first thing we want to have a look at is we started off... yes, all of these paths have been built. So let's have a look at who can get here. Oh, we cannot get from there. And even if we open up that, we'll still not be able to get from this area. So anyway, that's reasonable to understand, right? Oh, these are still being built. Okay, but that's fine. So question now is we need to get... I guess another little slither of everything that these guys would need will be served over here. So let's get a few more buildings built in this area. This area is coming along quite nicely. Oh, we need a little bit more to be done over here also. Anyway, that'll slowly get done. Okay, let's get a few more buildings in place for this. So if we said, what is something that we wouldn't mind doing? Probably, let's see about some slightly larger, these kind of things, right? If if we were to get some of those, I guess that's very similar to what we've got over here, right? So a few of them in this area, I think will make sense because this area, we're really not going to be able to do a lot with this. So, well, we might be able to get a little bit more than that. But I do like the idea of something that's slightly... Whoa, look at this thing. We could squeeze one of these big guys in here. I'm not too opposed to this in this area, right? It's a bit of a slither block, so we might work that. What does this give us? Okay, that's almost 600 people. Quality of flats is high. I think I want to build this guy. Let's have a look. Can we can certainly squeeze it in here. It'll have everything it needs, power and heating from a number of locations. It seems like a sensible piece of infrastructure for this block right here. We'll need to give it some, the only thing that we don't have here is the garbage coverage, right? And we won't have it anywhere. So anyway, I think this might be quite a reasonable spot. Let's push it back a little bit over there so that we almost have that going around it there. And we'll give it its own vehicular access point. I like it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Though this is the kind of thing we need to be quite cautious about just because of how large these things get. If we have too many of them, we could even do a secondary one, but I like the idea of having some unique features in the Skyline. Ultimately, that's what we're after, right? This is a fairly unique feature. That's a fairly unique feature. This one will be fairly unique, but I don't think we're going to have many of them, but maybe one of them over there could be quite cool. We could also start building some of these items that we'll ultimately need to use. And then I'm guessing... Let's have a look at what our garbage will look like in this area. If I were to grab something like this guy over here, that would be pretty useful. Oh, I can't go all the way there, but we can get it all the way here, and that would actually be a pretty nice spot for it. Alternatively, we can do this guy. It's a little bit bigger, I think. What is that? 156? Well, that's both 156. But maybe something with the paths instead, right? So like so. So we could ultimately path it from that side also. I think that's probably the right thing to do. So let's do that. Oh, train is waiting too long. I need to follow up on that straight away. Let's get going. Yeah, this is something we need to sort. Oh. They were all stuck behind one another, I guess. This guy is heading in there and going to start work a little bit deeper. In there, these guys are heading in this way. The one behind it is also heading in, which is good. They, let's keep an eye. Oh, this guy is heading in this way, I think, to go and build some stuff over here. Look at this guy. I guess it's going to go and finish off what we've started over here. Okay, that's fine. We need to keep an eye on those kind of things. It does offer us a little bit of challenge. Oh, we're over 3 million. We're making tons of money. So that's pretty cool. And all of this stuff, look at the rate at which we're building this. Our construction industry is actually pretty good. We are doing such a good job at getting stuff built fairly quickly. Okay. So with all of that going, we do want to run at least the main track around. So that should be fairly easy to get done. Right, we will... Yeah, this will all work. We'll want to build all of that as well. Where is this guy heading? Is that guy finished off? I guess this guy is heading home, eh? Anyway, that's fine. I'm not going to keep kind of glitching them out. This guy is... also heading home. So that section has now been built, right? No, it has not been built. So there's still some stuff that needs to be done here. Let's up the priority there so we can get that done. We want to electrify all of this. This is Oh, we haven't upped the priority there. Anyway, what we also want to do is we want to make sure that we're picking up on the next piece here also. So let's just make sure we're picking up on that section there, and then we can also come back and do that section over there also. So lots of bits and pieces that can be built in this area. This guy is coming back. Yeah, so we're slowly getting all of this built. I wouldn't mind, getting a little bit. No, forget about the high priority here. Once all of these sections are built, we really need to get this section built as well. So grab the guy. Where is he going? Have I lost him? Almost. Pause it for a second. Grab the guy. I just want to start construction on. There's too many pieces that's under construction at the moment. But I want to start the construction on that one and that one. These I'm going to let it be for the time being. So if we can start those two pieces of construction and get them in there, that would be pretty good so we can get it there. Ooh, our happiness have dropped quite significantly. We've got a urgent lack of meat. So meat is struggling, right? How many refrigerator trucks do we have? We only have the one. And I guess this guy is local distribution. So who is bringing in the meat over here? Who is bringing in the meat? So Novigrad Border Imports has a single refrigerator truck. So let's buy a little bit more of the refrigeration variety here. We'll get the big guys going on. We'll go total capacity. So we've got 7 tons and 8 tons. I guess that's the one. So we'll grab 2 of those. So we'll bring it in a little bit more. Yeah, definitely need a lot more refrigeration. I think that's part of our struggle at the moment. Hopefully we'll fix the meat problem and people will get back on track. Luckily, meat is not a big deal. People don't, while it reduces happiness a little bit, we don't lose out too significantly about with the whole meat thing there. Okay, what I might do now is I might also start to extend our pathways along here. That's the wrong side of the road. So what we may be looking at is something like this. Yeah, and then we want to be running it all nicely alongside the road there. Can we go straight through? We can go straight through. So let's do it as close as possible there, and then we maybe give it a little bit of a turn right in the end there. So let's make a start on that so we continue our pathing. We want to obviously get a lot more pathing access here, and similarly, this one's going to be a bit of a challenge. So I guess we want to do probably a bridge structure somewhere in here. We're also wanting to do a bridge structure over here. So let's quickly plan out that bridge structure. So if we were to say, I'm going to use this kind of as my general guide here. So we want to run it straight down the middle there. Okay, so we'll do one on that side. We'll do a second one. I'm thinking right over here on this side. That should actually, before we do that, let's get our path in here first. So I guess we'll run our path. Let's get it a little closer. We run our path nice and close like so. Yeah, I like that. Like that, and we will curve it around here like this. I like that. That's pretty cool. Let's make a start on that construction. We'll get the other side of this guy. Right over there, and that should be a good spot. We've got another train waiting too long, but I guess they ultimately are moving, right? Okay, let's have a quick look at this guy. So this guy's stuck because... Why? Where is it wanting to go? Why is that guy stuck? Shouldn't be stuck, right? Ignore it. Go. Probably a reason it's stuck. Oh, it's because there's a train on this section. Okay. What I do need to do then, it's this guy. This guy is blocking the entire operation here. So let's quickly do mixed signal here and here, so that it kind of waits for this whole area to open up a little bit more. I think that's probably the big ticket item is that's causing the challenge. This guy will start moving again. Yeah, we're missing some signals over here. At the moment, we're operating these two tracks in both directions. And what we just want to do is make sure we finish off all of this. Should just be very minimal. Is it gonna? It's not gonna continue doing anything, is it? Just gonna go home. So get home quicker. This guy is coming around this way to. Interesting that they. Anyway, keep going. Once we get this section in beyond there, we will be in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I want to get this stuff built. Actually, let's have a quick look at what is assigned at the moment. So if I just have a quick look here, yeah, we've got everything assigned that we want assigned. So just need to make sure that they high priority these items for us, please. Sky. Yeah, I think these guys are working fairly well with this two-way operation that we've got going on over here. That guy will come in here and start the journey in there. I would love to start getting some rail stuff moving. Look at this. This entire operation is done. So once we've got these rail tracks done, we can divert the trains from there into here and just continue to drop off all of our stuff directly in here. What we will be doing here is we'll be storing iron more so than anything else. 5,000 tons of iron is something that I wouldn't mind storing here, getting ready for the broader operation. We are still doing well with all of these numbers. Okay, let's quickly bring over... Oh, hang on. Let's just see. Construction should be underway with this building. These are underway. We are busy building some paths. So that's one big building over there. Let's quickly add a few trees to the mix here. What is the tree that I'm actually using? It's just these guys, right? Yeah. So if it is these guys, aren't it? Isn't it? Yeah, it's just this one. The spruce. So let's just keep running the spruces down here. Let's clear out a little bit of the trees here, just so we can have a uniform setup. And then grab our spruces. And what we'll do is we'll run our spruces down this area to continue what we've been doing there up to the train station. And some of them might be removed along the way to make room for some other bits and pieces, but ultimately that's going to look pretty nice as a bit of a feature running up this area to the train station. And similarly, we'll do something similar on the other side, I think, also. But anyway, we're getting those bits and pieces done. We want all of these paths to be working. Let's quickly have a look at who can walk here. We're still limited at the moment. We're missing some of these elements. Oh, this is still... No, that's working. This is under construction still. Hopefully we'll get things moving a little bit better. But yeah, we can't cross over here. This is working. That's working. I think that's just going to be fine. Love the fact that these roads are working the way they're working at the moment. It looks pretty good. Our urban design is reasonable. This building is going to take us a little bit of time, but everything else should be fine. Okay, let's get our power planned over to this area here. So what do we need? We need some of these switches, right? I would love some of these guys. So in the reality, I think something like this is reasonable, but we've got to... we won't be able to necessarily run through these areas unless we maybe run straight through there. So if we were to run power through here, even something like that, I think could be reasonable. I think this would be fine. We don't need that much power in this area. So if we were to do this, we'll have power coming in through here. And I'm kind of wondering, do we do a little bit on the way here? What is the other one? We have a bigger one? Oh, we do have a bigger one. Should we do the bigger? No, let's not do the bigger ones. Let's do the smaller ones. And so where are we coming? We're going to come straight across this way. We still have room on this one. But I'm guessing we need to make sure that we have reasonable power. So we're going to, I guess we're going to come through this way, isn't it? What's our levels looking like? Okay, so we're definitely going to come through here. Go on the side there. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll come through here, and then ultimately we will, think, just going to run off in this general direction. So we'll have some power going out that way also. Okay, so that's kind of the plan. Let's get our big 18 megawatt lines, and we'll see about running straight across here. Okay, that's reasonable. We'll go there. We'll cut across here. Let's do that so we keep it nice and high. We'll cut across that way. And then the plan is to run in through here. Yes, I don't mind that. Coming up through here is okay. Coming around there and then running straight. This one I think is going to be just fine. So that's giving us all of our accessibility over there. So we can as well, we could make a start on that. I'm quite happy to leave this one accessible like so. These will take some time to get built. So anyway, we'll slowly transition to getting everything built. Let's assign a little bit more road construction here. This one has been assigned. Other elements of road construction that would be useful to get built. This is all done. So actually lots of construction here is already done. That is done. That's good. Let's keep going on all of that road construction. All of this is built, right? Good stuff. So lots of road construction here has already been done. So now it's just going to be a bit of a slow. Oh yeah, we can start working on that one as well. Slowly going through doing these little by little pieces. We're not doing any of that. That's okay. Clear this out. Okay, so that's the one. The next piece of this puzzle, the infrastructure puzzle here, let's just quickly come back, is we also need to have a bit of, we're almost there. Where's my track builder? Oh yeah, good stuff. Give me this guy. Let's just double check. Are we, have we assigned that? Please come and assign this one. And then this is all done. Please assign this one also. Please assign that. Okay, get these things moving. We need to assign this and this, so go through there. That is assigned. Good stuff. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Now we can do electrification. That's electrified. This is not. We can do that a little bit later. I just want to get this little section done first before we do the electrification. So can we please high priority this section, then we'll do the electrification and we'll hopefully get moving on this. This is a problem, so getting a train on it is going to be it's going to be a good priority for us to do. The rest is all kind of working quite well. This construction is moving. I'm kind of tempted to build even an extra little element here, another one, maybe two of them. Will two of them work next to each other? The reason I'm a little against the two of them, but a twin tower setup here wouldn't be the end of the world. They're well connected in this area. They are accessing the rail station. Stepping this one a little bit to the front so they're slightly offset from one another. But there's a lot of people that's going to be living here. Let's build the one first, see how it looks, decide if we want an extra one next to it. But I like that. That's pretty good. That's going to give us a lot of people here for the rail station. We can start looking at running the other train. I just want to make sure we finish off this last bits and piece here. Where is this guy going? Is it going to go in there and in that way? I don't know. It might just be going back into this general direction to come and build some stuff over here. Question with these guys is always what's going to happen here. No, it is coming in this way. Oh, yeah, of course. Please finish off this section so I can do the electrification. I think this should be finishing it off. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Get it done. Yeah, we're definitely going to run. We're definitely going to run this. Please finish it. Please finish it. Good stuff. Done. Get you out of the way. Electrify. Okay, now, electrification. There. 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 Okay. There. 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 And there. Okay, good stuff. So, if I take the rail construction office, electrification project is important. So we'll do that one, and we'll say high priority on this guy. Get you out of the way, please. We would like to see that electrification moving really quickly now. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get it done, but hopefully we can get the trash train moving before too long. I'm happy that all of this is done. We just now need to do the rail construction through here. So what I might do for the time being is what I'll do is I will... oh, that's going to stop. This is stopped. I will continue construction on all of this. Did I stop the construction on this stuff? I can't believe that. Well, let's so that's that is actually, maybe if you assign it, it does do that. But we'll continue that construction at least. Yeah, running away around that way is not too bad. I guess it's waiting for what? Who are you waiting for? Let's keep a quick eye on this. Another one coming in there. We don't want them to wait too long. Oh, multiple trains on the tracks here. Okay, fine. So that was the issue. Track builders everywhere. Yeah, so we want the track builders a little bit more out of the way when we start running the guys this way. So now, can this guy move? Yes. There's still something in the way here. I don't think so. No, here it comes. Okay, so that's the electrification happening. Good stuff. Happy to see that. Do we have meat here? We have meat here. So hopefully the happiness will creep back up again because meat is now becoming more available. Yes, definitely. That number has dropped. Of the unavailable meat has dropped quite significantly. So that should be fine. This guy is electrifying this track. It's okay. I don't mind it too much. Just want to make sure that all of our electrifications are nice and high, and because that guy is gone this way around, we need to make sure to assign the electrification there and there also. This guy's done with its section, so we'll move it away. We'll just make sure to say that we actually want some other bits and pieces electrified now. Work your way through it, guys. Work your way through it. We want to make sure that they're all nice and high priority at the moment so that we can get moving on them. Higher priority than all of this. This is the next priority. Oh, so I've been restarting construction here. So continue construction. That's done. It's done. Continue that. Continue that construction there. continue this one, continue that one. And this is actually still underway and should be assigned as well. So that's good. Keep going on it. But they do kind of mess around with one another in this general location now. We are waiting for the iron truck to come back. Okay, let's go back here. Now, let's have a look at water provision. So if we go underground, we have water up to here. So it'll be quite easy for us to just bring the water all the way through here. And similarly, we have this guy over here. So this is the coal mines sewage switch, -3. And this is the mines water switch. So I guess I'll do a couple more here. And we'll need to have... okay, the water is okay, but that one... So I guess... Well, as long as we keep into this area here, we can run underneath this, I'm pretty sure. So let's have a quick look, get our sewage infrastructure to move through here. We could also bring it a little closer this side, run it through this area instead, so that we could potentially extend it into this side. I guess that might be a little bit more appropriate. We do have some room here for infrastructure to come in through this side. So maybe let's do that instead. The water should be fine. So let's start with the water. The kind of water switch, that one. I guess that's fine. We'll want a little something in here. So let's do something there. And then we need to be able to get to it, though. And then the next one we'll have is maybe over here somewhere. Okay, let's leave a little bit of room for sewage as well. So let's do that one there. And somewhere over here, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. I guess that should get us okay, and we should be able to then run specific lines into that general area, and we still be able to manage waste on the other side. So let's go sewage on the other side. We're doing the -3 sewage switch. Let me just see. Is that correct? Or we're doing the slightly larger one? We're doing the slightly larger one. Let's keep doing the slightly larger one. If we were to now, for sewage, we're going to need to be a little bit more careful. Sewage line through the mine there. Do that one there. We'll do this one over here. And we'll do maybe this one right here, maybe. Let's say that. So if we were to say, let's start off with sewage, because sewage is a bit of a pain. Yeah, so we don't have the slope requirements to get this to work, because this is going lower. Okay, so get rid of that one. We'll bring it up. That one will need to, I guess, come through this somewhere over here before we start going down. Okay, so let's just get our last higher up one. I guess somewhere over here might be okay before we start dropping down. We'll just have to see how we actually make use of this. So let's try that one. We'll get the middle chamber moving. And I guess that's okay like that. This is this 800 days? 75 tons of prefabs, 71 tons of prefabs. Yeah, maybe we'll do this one instead. Yeah, that's okay. We'll run this one around that way. Good, that's going to work. And then we'll run this one in there. Perfect. So that will actually work. So we should be able to get sewage moving in this area. Get moving on that. And now let's do the water. One there. This is going to be less of an issue for us. One there and one here, and that's going to be just fine. We do, however, need to go back upstairs and start the construction of it. So let's get some paths to all of these things. One there and one here, so we can get that construction moving. These won't be constructible in any kind of reasonable time frame. So let's get a bit of construction moving over there. A bit of construction moving over there. This guy and that guy moving, and these two moving. Yeah, so let's get all of that construction going. So we're kind of ready to go with it. That's good. How is this moving? Electrified. This section is still needing some electrification. This section is still needing some electrification. But I'm happy to see that that is been done. That has been done. Is been done. Let's quickly double check this guy. Can I please get some more electrification done? This is doing it. That is still underway. So all of this, we just want to make sure we're high prioritying these things. Yeah, that's high priority already, so that'll finish it off. Once that's done, though, we will need to assign the next little section. So I'm a little through these buildings becomes a bit of a challenge. So let's high priority there, and we'll high priority here as well, so we can get all of this done. And this should be high priority also. So let's just try and get that done. A few more minutes. I'm really hoping we can get the trash train going and then start to allocate some rail through there. Is this done? No. Still, it's very close to being done though. Wants a little bit more concrete. I mean, even our pathing is almost done. So this guy should pick up from over there quite easily. We do have schools and the likes over here. We've got all of this going on. I believe, what we don't have here, which I think we need to bring in, is we don't have a proper connectivity through here, which I think is important. So let's get ourselves a little section of path running through this area, right? Can't we? We can cross it. We can't cross track? I thought we could. Yeah, we can cross track. We just need to be able to cross track properly in this area. Really? You don't want us to... Maybe we just don't... Maybe it's just too close to... It's too close to the track. They don't want it this close to the track. Okay, well, if in that case, we'll do it on the other side. We should be... Yeah, there we go. If we do this... Can we go in both directions? I guess we can. And then it goes down that way. And then similarly, we would want it to go just like that, really. So get moving on this. Get our road building teams to come and do these sections so we can make sure that we're very accessible at least. And at the same time, we'll probably end up running something like that. And let's make sure to also assign all of those. So lots of construction items here, but at least that should give us reasonable access from this building to all of these services, which I was a little worried about. Still good to see that our happiness is moving in the right direction. We've got a little bit of electrification going on here. So I can definitely look into assigning some other sections. Oh, that section hasn't been done? That's interesting. I'll definitely do that one. High priority, please. So, oh, you've just finished it off and now you're heading back. So do that. Want to make sure we're picking up as much of this as quickly as we can. I think this is probably just this section. And then you're going to stop. Yep. Send you back. So now electrified all the way through here, all the way into this one. So let's high priority that one as well. So we can just start to electrify this. And then we're assigning some of these items also. Get it done. Is this moving? I don't think this is really moving. Oh, here we go. As I speak, it starts to jump into action. That's fine. Okay, so now we are actually starting to build some of the infrastructure going to this area. Obviously, getting all of this done. I'm kind of wondering whether I suspend construction a little bit on some of these buildings, just because we don't necessarily want... it's not the end of the world to do it, right? Let's just continue our construction. Because if you wait for all of this to be done, and what we can do is we can slowly start to connect some of these sections also, so that we could maybe make a start on that. So get the road builders to do that. This guy is under construction already. So we'll assign a little bit more to it so that they can do that. Slowly, we're getting lots of stuff done, way long before we're going to get the rail anywhere close to this. And I did contemplate the rail connectivity a little bit. So I guess one of the things is we don't really need this rail to head into that direction as much as we need it to head into this direction. So I was kind of thinking what we will probably need to do here, and now the road is not ideal for that, what we'll probably need to do is shorten this section. So let's quickly look at that. Let's remove this, and I guess we'll shorten this ideal piece here. Get rid of that. Trim this back a lot. I guess I'm wondering whether we actually need this. So let's trim out what we've added here. Right, we'll keep obviously the broader rail service in there. And now the plan would be that we may as well trim this back even more, just to make sure that we kind of know what we're doing here. So I guess the intent would be that we would run something that goes into that direction. Yeah, maybe that's what we want. And then maybe it does make sense to have something in there. So let's go back here. We'll quickly trim those out and say if we're going to grab... I'm guessing we do this very tightly here. Oh, that doesn't actually want to work. Okay. Bring it. Ooh, I need to not mess around with that too much. So let's try it again. Something like this instead. And like that. Yeah, that should be okay. And then the idea being that we would... maybe the inside first, though. Something like this. And we're not F4ing it. That's why it's giving us a little bit of grief. Let's clear this out and try it again now that we've got the snapping switched on. So with snapping in place, maybe something like this. But what I need to bear in mind is the idea is I want something to run this way so we can actually go up here if we need to, because this, alternatively, hang on, if we think about it, alternatively, if we try and go up here instead, this guy is necessary for this one to move around and go that way, or alternatively go this way. So I guess that is required. This one will give us the ability to go back on ourselves if we need to, but I guess that will unlikely be used. What is quite necessary is this. So don't necessarily think we need the cross over here. If we're coming out that way, we ultimately get in here and we get in there. So whether we really need this is not, maybe we'll trim that back, because what I'm trying to do is keep this main line, because this is our main line, guys. This is our main line. Ultimately, there should be very little interaction onto that line. So what I guess we're trying to do instead is get something here. So let's quickly, if I were to remove this, right? I just want to see if I can. Let's switch this on. Yeah, this is a bummer. This is a bummer. Can I? Okay, let's see. If I were to go on the outside here, it really just doesn't want to do it. Can I just try and smooth it a little bit? Let's see if we can try and smooth. I can't change it now because we're already actively using that area. So if we level average it a little bit here. All right. Okay, so that at least should do it, like make it look a little bit nicer, right? If we then do this, right, so we can get up there as part of this intersection. And then would you want to, yeah, you would definitely want to come back this way as well. So this is actually a little bit more critical than that one. But what we also wanted to do is make sure that this guy ultimately could get to there, right? And now this is where we're having problems. It's actually not struggling too much to get through here. So if I were to, oh, it's because, okay, I guess we need to widen it out a little bit here. Yeah, it really doesn't like that a lot. Ooh, this is I guess this is a reasonable one. No, though I might add that this is quite an unconventional crossing. How is our? I think it's reasonable. I think it is reasonable. It's a bit of a tight turn on this one, but I think ultimately this is reasonable. So I'm going to do that instead of running something in here, and then we can put this section back, and probably a little bit. I want to do it in that same thing there, right? So that we can, and then do, if we want to do something for waste, we can run it in here. Okay, so let's do that. We'll assign that. Not necessarily for construction straight away, please. I don't think it will be assigned. It's a little bit too far away. Bit of a complex piece of infrastructure there. We need to have a look at the rest of that. Have we electrified this? That section's been electrified all the way till there. Okay, grab us the guys. Ooh, we're already over an hour. Where are my track builders? Over here. Give me my track building team. Let's quickly finish off. Come on, guys. Why is it so difficult to just get all of our tracks electrified? It feels like it's a pain. I guess we'll have to come back in the next episode to get this one moving. This is a problem here. Clearly, we're having troubles with it. Right, moving a lot of stuff through here. Let's quickly see what our queue looks like over here. Still a big queue, but it's now mainly the one type. Obviously, we're adding extra stuff in here for all kinds of stuff. We just wanted the train in place so that we can stop doing that. But I guess this new piece of infrastructure here will be useful. Whether we need this, I think this will rarely be used because that's pretty tight. But anyway, we have it in there. At the moment, it's probably more appropriate to have this one that then ultimately ties back in on the other side. Oof, lots of bits and pieces. How is our new building going? I guess our new building should be up, right? It is up. It's full of people, and we are struggling with what? Yeah, not really struggling. All workable, right? Everybody should be able to get here. Yeah, and we are improving the connectivity quite a bit. Lots of people here, and the question mark now is, do we add another one of those? Can we change its color? I think not. But anyway, how does that look in terms of our skyline? If we add one more, that's not gonna be too weird if we add one more, right? Pretty nice little feature of our skyline. Two of them on a little tight plot here is actually pretty useful use of area. Lots of people without work, that's okay. But lots of people ready to go that we can put on a train and run to this area. So I guess let's add another one to the mix here. Start the construction on one more of these guys. And we're not going to put them everywhere, right? This is a bit of a unique situation, and I'm going to step it forward a little bit like this, right? So they kind of align a little bit funnier like that. So that looks pretty cool. So they're kind of stepping out as per this, and if you're coming from this side, it's stepping out on that side also. So I think that's pretty cool, actually. That is pretty cool. So we do need to make sure that our crews are assigned to get this all constructed. This has been done, so we should now have a reasonable... Oh, hang on. We need some connectivity to this building as well. So if we grab the kind of non-lights varieties, we'll put a bit of an access point over there. I don't think we'll use anything else, but we might do this one on this side and over there. We may as well do it. Maybe even put a little something in here. So let's close that out. We'll get this constructed. We'll get the guys to come and work on these items. And I'm guessing something monumenty in this area might just be pretty good. Let's grab a little something, see if we find something that makes a bit of sense in here. A copper Lenin statue? I think it does. Just like that, right? We'll do that. Copper Lenin statue there. We'll give it a little piece of pathway as well. And we'll get that signed also. So we'll have a bit of a statue in there. So it looks reasonably nice. Going to be on the path as people drive by here as well. Going to have a bit of a statue. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. We'll kind of wondering whether we do a little bit of a park on the other side. But generally speaking, that should be pretty good. Now we're probably getting into realms where these things are starting to get a little bit more challenged, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. But I think the two buildings there is going to look pretty good. Center of town, right next to the train station, so where it's quite useful for us. Let's have a quick look over here. That section's been done. This section's been done. There's one more section here that's not done. It's not assigned at the moment. Can we find a track builder? Yes, we can. Always find a track builder. Give me this. Very few things are actually assigned for construction. Get that assigned straight away. Get it up there at top priority. And then this entire thing is electrified apart from that spur there. So I guess, I know we're over time. I'm going to add the train set to the mix. Grab the train set, say... pop in there, load up on workers, please, and drop those workers off over here. Okay, unload all of our workers. They'll go wherever, and I think that's it, right? So we'll make a start on that one. We'll come back and rename it something if we need to. So I guess that one is a good starting point. We do need to start having a look at what our various items looks like. So where is our train set? Here it comes. It'll come back. I'm going to give it one more. Do we have a track builder coming our way? I think we do. I might, indulge me with a few more moments. I just want to get this one in place. So now, if we look at the next piece, so what is the length of this? I don't think it's very long. I don't know if we know what the length is. I don't know if we need power here. Hope not. Hop in here. And we want to buy cargo wagons, right? So, yes, cargo wagons, but we want trash, right? Trash is what we're after. So, dry bulk. Open wagon tankers. And I think there's definitely a waste. There's a waste there. Nothing else does waste. Oh, there's waste here and there's waste here. This one is an older one, a cheaper one, and uses less space. This one I think is better. This is 14 meters length. So I guess this is more efficient for us. So we're going to buy a few of them. So let's do 14, 14, 14. So let's do like 4 of them. I think that's fine. And we'll get ourselves an electric locomotive. That's going to run something that's not too super pricey. So we'll grab, I guess we grab ourselves one of these guys. Do that. What's the length of that though? 17 meters. So I guess this train here is going to be fine. Okay, so close that out. We'll grab this train. I'm going to set it up. So let's get it moving. Pop in over here. Load up on whatever. And then you head off to the border. And you unload. And you wait until you're unloaded. I guess you wait until you're loaded as... Ooh, I don't think that's appropriate. So let's do that. Let's have a look at what that looks like. So... Give me, give me this train. Close out that. I just want to see. I think that's exactly the right kind of distance there. The waste train.